From NBC News, this is Today with Lester Holt and Amy Robach. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
This morning on Save a Buck Today, car care. If you want to squeeze a few extra years out of your vehicle, listen up. There are plenty of things to try to do to extend a car's life without the help of a mechanic. Lauren Fix has the fixes. She's the automotive editor-in-chief of CarZen.com. Lauren, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Lester.
When we talk about, we're going to save about $1,200 here on the life of a car. Basically, we're going to spend a little to save some by skipping some trips to the mechanic.
Right, a lot of things you can do yourself, and if people don't realize that, now you don't have to be a technician, but some of it's also asking the right people to do it for you. There's some great tips that you can have done for free, like you can have wiper blades, batteries, and engine air filters replaced for free at auto parts store if you buy them there.
Back in the day, I used to tinker under the hood for basic things, but now that it's all computerized down there and you think you can't do anything. The check engine light.
Very
that comes
intimidating.
On, I go to the mechanic.
Right.
I don't have to.
Nowadays, you can buy a scan tool. This is a neat little scan tool. Plugs it under the dash in all 96 and newer cars. You start the car, you press the read code, and it'll give you a code. And then this particular one will tell you green, yellow, orange, or red.
So whether it's a really big deal or just a little deal?
And you look up the code in the book that comes with it, and for $80, it's a great investment. Get a bunch of people to use it. Listen, I don't have check engine lights coming on all the time, but 10 people get together and put $8 in a piece.
And then it tells me oxygen sensor.
Right, and you know,
I can fix that myself?
What does an oxygen sensor look like?
I have no idea what it even is. That's it.
They're not that expensive. They're $10 to $15. It could be more depending on what it is. Believe it or not, that's 40% of your fuel economy. That can cost you up to $600 a year if it's this or something worse. It could be something simple like a gas cap.
So right there, we've saved $600.
You can save a lot. That's a huge thing.
Let's talk about tire pressure. Now we talk about that often as a safety thing.
Right.
Is this another area we can save wear and tear on the car itself?
Absolutely. You should invest in a digital tire pressure gauge, and for under $20, you can buy an air compressor. And these are great. You plug them into your lighter. I keep it in my garage.
Don't have to even go to the service station.
No, check it once a month. And why you want your own gauges? The ones at the gas stations or the corner store, they drop the gauge down. It's not accurate. Makes a huge difference. $10, best investment you can get, and then you can use it for anything. Opening up, filling up an air mattress, a basketball, whatever it might be.
Okay, so we knock off we just save another $12 roughly.
That's $12. It all adds up. You don't have to go anywhere, and it saves the life of the tires, which can be over $100 a piece too.
Okay, if you drive a lot, you're probably going to get your oil changed 5-6 times a year.
Right.
Let's talk about oil and how that can save you some money in the long run.
I'm the hugest fan of synthetic. One, it's a green product, full synthetic oils. They have less emissions, which is good for the environment. Better for the life of the engine of the car, which is the most expensive part. And I just wanted to show you inside of an air filter. You can see why oil is so critical. If it's dirty and it plugs at the inside of an air filter, that's really going to make a huge difference to your engine if it can't function properly. So it's sort of like your arteries. You want to keep it clean. It costs a little more, but you can change oil every 7,500 miles. That's a huge savings as well.
You compute about $245 we save.
Right, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. You mentioned filters here. Let's talk about the other filters.
Right, and don't forget lubricants as well.
Lubricant, that's right, for a squeaky car.
Right, you had like the door jam squeaking. You want to use something like a synthetic lubricant. They last longer, especially with the winter and everything, because otherwise it can cause damage to some of the body panels of your vehicle.
So you don't have to run to the mechanic if you hear a squeak. You can just
$6 for a can. You save a ton of money right there.
All right,
now
let's talk about air filters now for both inside and outside the car.
Right, the engine air filters, like I said earlier, you can have those replaced with wiper blades or batteries if you buy them at an auto parts store. They're about $5 on up.
Sure.
However, if you go someplace, an oil change place, they might charge you $40. And the same thing is true with cabin air filters. That's where you sit in the car. Would you want to breathe through this filter?
Of course not.
I don't either. So and especially if you've got you're allergic to things, you've got health issues. A new cabin air filter is only around $5 or $10.
So might as well put it in free
They'll put it in for free, or you can do it yourself in your owner's manual. That book you never look at in your glove box underneath all the napkins.
Right. Just about out of time, but we're switching to a white light headlight.
Absolutely.
It'll last longer.
Right. 80% of your driving decisions are based on visibility. You want to use great headlights.
Lauren Fix, you saved me a lot of money.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Good to have you. We'll be right back with more Today after this.